Howdy, folks. Not Jay McMurray here, and it's a little bit of an impromptu. It seems like we're doing this like at least every other Friday, and it's all because of what Wiley Games does. There's no sale this weekend that I'm aware of, but there is something for sale that's brand new, and that is the Wiley Games traits list. If you haven't already seen it, Jay Wiley has published the Wiley Games traits in a PDF. And when I mean traits, I mean all of the traits from every single book. I counted them. If I'm not counting wrong, there's 86 of them. 86 positive traits, and I think 11 or 12 negative traits. And this is going to be really handy, I think, because for those that have just bought the core rules or just bought the Galactic Heroes or whatnot, you're going to now be able for $2.50 get all of the traits from all of the books.
Honestly, I own physical copies of each of the books and digital copies of most of them as well. And it's super useful for me just because it's got all the traits in it. I don't have to try and think, oh, crap, what book was this thing in? I thought there was a trait of this.
Exactly.
Et cetera, et cetera.
Chris Long is in the house. He's watching already. Hey, hey. Man.
Quick on the trigger there.
Warmutt says, all righty. And Walkabout says, just bought it. Outstanding. Outstanding. And, if you've already bought it and you're, coming to watch anyway, I appreciate it. If you're just now watching and you haven't bought it, go buy it. Go.
Yeah, this is one of those things that's super worth it. I was, as most of you guys know, in the process of building my own Excel spreadsheet with all the traits on it.
No, you don't have to.
Dude, it's so unbelievably worth $2.50 to just buy it. I'm not going to lie to you.
As my brother Jay wrote on one of the Facebook group comments after Wiley advertised this, he says, it's nice at twice the price. $5 would still be a hell of a deal. I mean, let's be honest. 86 traits, positive traits. It's 6 pages, easy to read. It's just a simple black and white.
And they're in alphabetical order.
Right, alphabetical order
is outstanding.
Yeah.
I'm just going to print a copy out and throw it in with each of my rules. That way, if I'm playing and I find an instance where, oh crap, I must have cross-referenced this rule. Or, oh man, the person who designed this game is, picking and pulling rules for different books because that's super fun to do. Now I know what they are. It's super easy. They're concise.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, Todd.
Oh, baby.
What's up?
Oh, baby.
We got OG in the house. Hello, Mr. Grognard. And Warmutt says, Todd. So, yeah. Well, let me just a couple of ground rules about traits, and this is right off the front page. A model cannot double up and choose the same trait twice. You can't pick ferocious twice to give you a +2 to wound rolls from close combat. Also, any rerolls or extra die rolls derived from traits do stack with the specialty cards. So, if let's say you've got the one that gives you the ability to get the +1 to shoot Deadeye, right? Yeah. Let's say you take Deadeye and you play that Jack of Spades, that one-eyed Jack. You get +2 on your roll to hit. So that's handy.
Yeah, just like Master of Melee giving you 2 dice to roll and take the highest. Play with the 2, you get 3 dice to roll, take the highest.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Original Grog says, Ragnar says, "Heyo." Walkabout Games. Robe.
Too hot to wear the robe, though.
It is a little warm, but it's nice. I mean, it's not crazy warm. It's 73 here in
beautiful out, but
central Illinois. And it's going to be nice next 10 days, just low to mid 80s. We've got some thunderstorms rolling through tomorrow. It's going to be great. Warmut says, "Hey, Devin." And Warmut says, "Hey, Walkabout Games." And the Grognard says, "Hey, you mini." And a smile there. So there we are, all caught up. So yeah, it's, $2.50. People say, "Well, why should I have to pay for it? It's just a PDF." Well, for one thing, Mr. Wiley has put blood, sweat, and tears and effort the last 20 plus years for this system of games.
I mean, honestly,
a little compensation
you're paying for because it's a convenience. Like,
exactly.
There's 8 million other conveniences. Well, there's lots of other conveniences already on the website that are free, right? Whether it's quick reference sheets, it's the crew rosters, that have the drop-down menus. Like,
yeah.
Not only that, but you're getting things that you wouldn't get unless you bought the books, which is in my brain where the difference comes.
Right.
And it's so incredibly convenient. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, let's look at it this way. It's all the traits in one place. Yeah, all he had to do was copy paste. That's not the point. Like you said, it's the convenience. It's worth the $2.50. Hell, it's worth $5 in my opinion. It's like going to the convenience store to buy a gallon of milk or a loaf of bread. It's going to cost more. It's going to cost you more to do that. But A, it's probably closer to where you live, and B, you don't have to wait in an interminably long line at 3:00 in the morning like you would at Walmart when they've got like exactly -3 cashiers. You're paying for the convenience. Warmut says it real well here. Wiley put the effort for us to simply download it instead of page turning all the time. Exactly. So, cough up the $2.50. Jeez.
Honestly, it makes it way easier and way better.
Oh, God, yes.
For mixing and matching the traits. That's what I'm excited about, is now I don't have to worry about flipping through all the books / having all 6 of the books in one place at one time, open at the traits page.
Yep.
Now I can just pick and choose. Screw it.
Yeah. This helps out the player who wants to do the werewolves versus Nazi zombies versus American infantry in World War II.
Notably, not werewolves versus cowboys versus weird blue things. Warmut.
But that would help too.
It would.
Chris Long says people need to stop being cheap. He put in the time to help all players. Exactly. Hello, Jeff.
Hi, guys. Well, not only that, but I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm a cheap piece of shit. But $2.50, that is cheap turd price. Like
that is less than what most people pay for a freaking cup of coffee these days.
Oh, that's my point. Is that I'm cheap, and that's still an affordable price for. Yeah, and if you're not, and it's not your thing, that's perfectly fine. Whatever, man. I just find it to be quite entertaining and quite convenient.
Yep. So something else that and we'll swing back around and talk about this more, but I did want to bring up. There is some really nifty swag out there on the WileyGames.com website.
Yeah, dude, there's counters. There's like everything. There's
T-shirts. Some of these T-shirts are fabulous.
Oh, I just went the free stuff.
Well, yeah. free stuff. I'm talking about, hey, let's do some nifty stuff with cool ass cards on my t-shirts. Here, let me show you what I'm talking about here. Let me see if I can share the screen. How fabulous is that t-shirt? It's got a beholder on there. It's the Joker card out of the what's it called on the fantasy? I can't remember what. He's got two fantasy decks. There's this one.
There's the one and the brutal one.
Brutal. Yeah, this is out of the brutal collection. It just, I know Warmutt loves the idea of having the covers as posters. Those are available. And $21 is not a bad price for a t-shirt, and they're good t-shirts.
Oh, I'm still fixated on the free stuff, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I forgot that there's I'm sorry, I had cough there. I forgot that there were not only counters, but then also obviously the quick reference sheets for most of the systems. There's the drop down and the fillable cards. And then also there's the whole there's like a modular terrain system and shit and free scenarios. But there's you can print out flooring and whatnot for like dungeons and whatnot. There's all kinds of stuff to make basically all the 2D terrain for dungeon crawling. And then there's the Western signs and shit. There's solo rules.
So here, first off, Walk About Games. Not only did he purchase the traits list, he went ahead and bought Viva La Revolucion as well.
Dude, that's a super, super underrated book. We never talk about that book, Chris.
It's fabulous.
Fucking cool. I have that book. I love it. It's got stuff all the way from like the Alamo, Texas Revolution and whatnot, all the way through Pancho Villa. That's a super cool book.
Yeah, it's really, really nice. Pancho Villa. The last scenario in the book is called Patton's First Fight. And that is, let's see here. Yeah. 30-year-old lieutenant named George Patton begged to join the punitive expedition as an aide to General Pershing.
Yep, because he'd already served under Pershing before.
Yeah. What more do you want?
I don't have that. Wow, I can't believe I don't have that digitally.
What?
Let's see. There's Bigger Battles, Core, Wasteland Warriors, the Fantasy Bundle, Galactic Heroes 2, Horse and Muskets 2, Red Hatchets, Tales of Horror, Starfighters, and Bigger Battles again. Oh, no, those are the thingies. Yeah, wow. I don't have that one or Reloaded Virtual. Huh.
All right. So talking about freebie. We're looking at the webpage now. You got Western unit sheets. You've got doors and windows that you can throw onto cardstock or to foam core and cut out. You get 6 scenarios for Galactic Heroes for free. Who gives away scenarios, much less 6 of them for their game? Nobody. That's who.
I was about to say you've got a couple other just one-off free scenarios as well.
Yeah. So you don't have to go in and you don't have to go in and hack out the back of your book. A page out of your book. You can get the status markers for free.
I'm about to say yeah. Keep going.
Fistful of Lead solo rules. I mean, they're very basic, but hey, he came up with them and he gave them away. Let's see. The Great Beer Ride of 1888, Little Bighorn, your dungeon corridors and rooms. You know, it's amazing. It's amazing what he is giving away. So don't bitch about having to pay $250 for the traits list. The only other way you're going to get all of the traits is if you buy all of the books, which by all means you need to do if, you know, that's up your alley. But having them in a single place, quick reference, being able to, you know, do your Martians versus Victorian colonial soldiers.
Don't know anything about that.
Yeah. So, Chris Long says, we're selling Banditos now, so had to buy it. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, if, you know, and if you are interested in, you know, those types of fights, you know, Western fights or you know, Mexican Revolution fights, a great place to find miniatures is Knuckle Duster Games.
Accurate.
So, I'll plug them also. And if you want a crap ton of them that, you know, kind of have the same poses, you can always look at was it the Blue Moon line from
for
from,
Indians?
Yeah. From those guys that
Old Glory?
Yeah, Old Glory. Why can I never remember them? So who just popped in? Hold on. Hey, the gang's all here. Hello, Warm Mutt.
Hey yo.
Thank you for joining us. So yeah, it's it's you know, I just wanted to come on here real quick and, you know, talk to everybody about these this list. I think it's well worth the money. It's hell, like I said, it's, you know, it's nice, twice the price, as my brother said. Wardrobe, what makes you excited about it?
I like that they're all in one place, which is cool, as we already said. And I like that I don't own all the books, and I wouldn't own all the books. So it's cool to have access to these, so I can kind of see what some of the other stuff is and, you know, put it in the World War II setting. That's what I would do. So it's nice to see the different ones. Yeah, and I just bought it, like, just now. That's what I was doing.
There you go. Wormut, how about you? I know you got it. I think you were like one of the first ones to jump on and buy it as soon as you got that email.
Yeah, I got that email and I immediately went over there and got that thing. And then I noticed you did the ultimate one, so I had to download that one. So,
well, and that's another thing, is when a new book comes out that's got new traits, they'll update the PDF, send you an email, and say, hey, go download the new updated PDF.
Yep. Cool.
So when the mech one comes out in September, we'll get a new list.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, man. And then if there's ever a gladiator one.
Oh, yeah, there will be gladiators.
He knows that. He's just
Brian, you should just ask 80 million questions about it and continue to ask Wiley when it's coming out. He loves
No,
that.
because he gets mad at me, man.
He loves that.
I feel like I'm a witness protection. So I was curious. I thought in the books, were they always the same name? I thought sometimes like this. I'm looking at Smart. I thought Smart could be in different books, but be called something different. Man, that's probably not a good example. Is that not true? Or like, you know what I'm saying? Or
yeah,
is he always called Smart in all of them, for example?
I think Smart is always called Smart in all of them.
And I'm don't even use Smart as I'm just saying, like,
right. But there may be ones that are similar, but maybe something slightly different.
Okay, so they don't. If he's going to use smart in one, he'll just put it in there. He won't call it something else, more than likely.
Right. Now,
Okay.
another thing that this does for you is, let's say you've got an idea of a trait that you want specifically for a character that you're making. So, for instance, this guy right here, see, he's got that little laptop going.
Yeah.
I wanted to give him something. I wanted to give him a trait that was like smart, but only for electronic tasks.
Sure.
So I didn't want him to be able to, get a bonus for, cracking a physical safe, but I wanted to have him have a bonus for when he was, hacking into a password protected file or something. So I couldn't find, looking through all of the different books that I had, I couldn't find a trait that did exactly that. So I created my own trait called Hacker. He gets a +1 on any electronic related task roll.
Gotcha. Okay.
And so what this list does for me is it allows me to look at all 86 at once and not have to flip through all the books that I have to see if it's, if it's got it, because there's nothing saying you can't mix and match traits between books. Hell, that's how Steve got the traits from, or the traits for Heroes of the Universe. They got
Masters of the Universe?
Masters of the Universe, right. That's what I said.
That's what I said. But I said Masters of the Universe. Yeah. Sorry.
So he's got traits from Core. He's got traits from Fantasy. He's got traits from Galactic Heroes. He's got traits from Wasteland Warriors. So, yeah, again, he's got all the books to do that with, but with a list, I just got to go down the list. So,
yeah, exactly. That's the biggest thing for me is I don't give a shit about mixing between books. It was just always a bit of a pain to have every one of them open in front of me, like I said, to the pages.
So Chris Long says, I have to paint a ton of Western miniatures this week for picks for the store. Outstanding. Now, when you get all of this going with your store, you're going to give us the link so we can spam it all over the place and let everybody know that they need to go buy stuff from you, right? Right. And then Noah Doyle says, good evening, gentlemen. I believe this may be the first time we've had a comment from Noah. Hello, sir. Welcome. Hope you're enjoying our impromptu little live show tonight. So, but yeah, it's great. It even has the negative traits. Like I said, there's about 11 or so of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 11.
Greeny, whatever.
And what a negative trait does for you is gives you the ability to take an extra positive trait. So, it also helps you helps you flesh out the character, makes the character more real. So,
Shoot, it makes it easy to number all the traits and then roll for them, and then do some.
You could do that also, absolutely.
Yeah.
So 86 plus 11 is 97.
Yeah.
Do a D100, boom, done. There you go.
Yeah.
Walkabout says, I will send the link. Yes, please do, sir. And Noah says, thanks. First comment in a few weeks. Haven't been able to make the Wednesday streams lately. Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you catch them on the reruns. There's plenty of them to watch now. We've got 80. I cannot believe that. 80. So, so since Wednesday, what's everyone been doing? I know Hexy has doing some painting. He's been playing some. He's been playing some Hex Encounter. He's been golfing. How'd you end up on golfing today? Did you come out of the winter?
73. Yes, I did.
Did you golf less than everybody else?
I did.
Good.
It was all said and done. I was less than everybody else. But tomorrow was the big day, and my butt should be in bed because I'm going down to that tournament. But that's kind of a hard habit to get yourself into when you're a 1 o'clocker most nights.
Yep. Yeah. So, Warmut is working on creating dungeon walls.
Yeah.
He's wanting to figure that out. We'll get you through it, buddy. We'll get you through it.
Okay.
McMurray is probably painting up some niche project that he saw something in passing that was weird enough to strike his interest.
No, McMurray has to get to sleep here in a minute, so
Fair enough.
McMurray's winding it down.
Yeah. And
Going to be an early one tomorrow.
uh-oh.
It's all good.
And Todd, what are you up to? What you been doing?
Well, I'm preparing for. I cleaned my room. That was nice. The game room, got it cleaned up after some stuff. That was cool.
Oh, I've got to do that.
I didn't say that.
And I'm preparing to play my game tomorrow at 3 p.m. Central with Kaiser Iron Cross on his channel.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
Modeling
We'll have
for
to check that
Advantage. So he's been running a series of videos where they're just kind of trying out different rules just to try different stuff out. And he asked me if I'd play Iron Cross with him since I've got a little bit of experience with it. And so it'll be kind of a learning thing for both of us since I've not played with another person. And so that's 3 o'clock Central Time, 9 o'clock Greenwich or whatever UK time. So tomorrow. So that's I've been kind of reviewing the rules and stuff for Iron Cross. Not too hard of a game, but
I hope I can get home in time to see some of that.
Yeah, you do. It's gonna be amazing.
I'll do my best to go check it out. Send a reminder to the group chat.
Will do.
And here you go, boys and girls. That is Chris Long's website. Looks pretty good.
Todd, I cleaned my game room today too.
It says all prices are in Canadian dollars. And it's 10% off.
Sweet.
This month. He's got fantasy, he's got sci-fi pulp, he's got post-apocalypse, he's got ultramodern, U.S. military, insurgents, samurai, refueled apocalypse, World War II, terrain. I'm not quite sure what Twat's Betrayal is, TWOTS, but it's there.
Whatever it is, it's there.
Yeah, so it looks like you got some good stuff there, buddy. Everybody needs to go check it out. Yeah, it is in Canuck bucks. It's everything is in beaver pelts.
Ah,
Not that.
I'm in
Not
now.
that. You sick bastard. Anyway,
You said it. I didn't.
I'm referring to the small, fuzzy brown creatures with flat
So
tails.
was I.
Nope, just all right. We're moving on. We are just moving
I keep
on.
I keep digging deeper, don't I? Yeah. All right. Anywho, so I just wanted to jump on real quick and give a shout out to Wiley Games and their new product there. If you haven't already got it, go out and buy it. $2.50. You can't beat that. And when you do, look at the rest of the webpage. Maybe there's some other stuff that you need to buy that you're not aware of. Like Walkabout Games. He just bought Viva la Revolution. So they're doing Banditos for the website now. He needed the rules for it, so there you go. If you like coffee or you need a new paint mug,
Oh
got
yeah,
plenty of mugs.
getting a big
More
old
months
mug
ago.
collection going.
I was
Or
about to
let's
say,
get
where
started
the hell are
with
you
collection.
going with this?
What?
If
Paint
you like
cups?
coffee, yeah, coffee.
Coffee. Coffee's
It
great.
is, the coffee mugs
No,
for
I know.
sale.
I get that now.
All right. So, anyway, well, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up, guys. This was just a quick little shout out, see how everybody was doing. Go buy Wiley's stuff because it's good and he's a great guy.
It's the base.
Trait list might come in handy for starfighters with a little outside the box thinking. Absolutely, it does. Absolutely, it does. And that's the number one thing you need to think about when you think about Fistful of Lead. Think outside the box, and you'll have more fun. So
That's true.
all right. With that, a lot of us are looking like we've had a long week, and we're all fading. So we're going to go ahead and call it a night for now. Until next time, guys, we will see you on the flip side.